All right, all right. Good morning. Nate Bear here, lead technical tactician for Monument Traders Alliance, the trade of the day. And in today's video, just going to do a quick check on the indexes. Um, the indexes that don't seem to do anything but go up. But anyway, and then I got a setup that I'm looking at for entry this week, which I really like here. So first off with the indexes, it's like are we overbought? Yes. Are we extended? Yes. Does it matter? I don't know that it does. It's amazing to me that the strength. We have a situation where the SPY here is at +3 ATR. Is it sustainable? No. Is it going to pull back at some point? Yeah. Is that going to be a buying opportunity? I think it will be. Unless something major changes, which I don't see. The next thing coming is earnings, and I expect earnings to be great. So it's like, what's going to knock this thing off? Probably just a technical pullback. And then from there, we consolidate and we go higher again. Something, like this. Let's move higher. It wasn't even really a pullback. We pull back to the 21 EMA here, slightly below the 21 EMA here. We build up some energy and we're off to the races again. I think sooner than later, we are going to have a shift in momentum on the squeeze here. We'll probably get a pullback to the 21 and do, something like this before heading to, SPY 700. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of how I feel. The Qs are in a similar situation, if not even more extended. The Qs are outside. The Qs are above +3 ATR here. So there's 3 ATR. The Qs closed above +3 ATR. Is it sustainable? No. But again, I don't have any interest in fighting this market. When it does pull back, I will be saying to myself, okay, well, let's wait, let's be patient, and let's look for a place to buy support. That's all there is to it. If we just do a quick look at some symmetry here, just look at these kind of like some of these previous pullbacks. The Qs could pull back anywhere, into these green levels, and it be just like nothing to see here, kind of a situation. So, if the Qs start getting below from this high, 578, then okay, maybe, but a pullback into this area, into the 21 EMA makes all the sense in the world. And if it does, it probably won't be that fast. It may just go sort of sideways and let these moving averages catch up. I'm not sure, but anyway, very strong market. No need to fight it. When it turns, it turns. And we will look for opportunities to buy dips. Okay. So the setup that I'm looking at for this week is Rocket Lab. It's a cool name, first of all. It's just a cool name for a company, Rocket Lab, right? But anyway, so daily squeeze here. It's just getting started. There was a daily squeeze in through here that sort of fired long, and it was looking great. It looked like it was about to break out, and then they did an offering. Okay, so now after about a week of chop, it's starting to come up again. And if we look at this on like a 60-minute chart, we sort of zoom in. I really like the idea of Rocket Lab at the very least getting back up here to close this gap. But with the daily squeeze behind this, I believe that Rocket Lab can actually go and take out this all-time high. So how do I want to play it? Okay. Well, I don't want to get too cute. I think, let me see, when are their next earnings? So their next earnings are November 18th. So if we do the November 21st option. So if we go out 2 months, these are going to be a little bit more expensive. You could also do the October 17th $50 calls. But I think going out into November and getting that earnings premium protection, which just means if you're buying calls past the next earnings date, theta is going to be virtually, not completely eliminated, but it's going to be drastically reduced because there's an earnings event and there's a known volatility event, and the premium is going to actually stay elevated and in a lot of cases expand or go higher into the event. So we go out to November, we grab these $50 calls, they're $7. Now, as far as where would I want to get long? The best spot, there's really two kind of areas, okay? First is this VP. Well, there we go. Now that it updated, this is kind of the number one spot right here, this top point of control, right, which is around 48. So if you can get in at 48, great. That's a great entry, okay? If it fails from there, you've got support here at about 44.5, 45. So these are kind of the two entries, right? Like this is a more aggressive entry would be number one, and the less aggressive entry would be number two, if you can get it. So I think you can scale in between 45 and 48, basically. And then ultimately, we're looking for a move up into extension targets, 57 and then 63, okay? So I'll get this just typed up, right? So basically, we are using the 11, what was that date? 11/21, $50 calls entry between 44, 48. We'll do a stop under the close of like this pattern in through here, which is about 40. So stop under 40. And then targets are going to be those Fibonacci extensions, which is, that's a pretty funny, 57.57 and 62.82. All right. Now, the other thing you could do is you could just be patient and wait for this momentum to shift, or you could just start scaling in. Because we've got that premium protection, I'm going to just start scaling in. But that's my plan for this week. I hope it helps, and talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.